I'm a big fan of organization and having an organized life, so to share my passion with the world, I thought I would share my top 10 organization tips with you. Tip 1. Have a place for everything. If there's somewhere for that jacket to go, you're probably less likely to throw it on the floor. Tip 2. Keep an inventory. This will help you know where everything is if you need to find something, and should your apartment burn down or you just need to know the value of all your possessions for, say, renter's insurance or something, well, you've got that list together already, don't you? Besides, then you can go through the list of all your possessions and be like, ha, I have everything, look at everything I own, ha ha ha. Tip 3. Be mindful of what is used most frequently and make that very available. Tip 4. Actively rotate out seasonal items. If it's summertime, you don't need to have access to your winter hats. If it's the winter, you don't need access to your flip-flops. So when the seasons change, put away those winter things, take out those summer things. Tip 5. Make your storage solutions clear, convenient, and attractive. If your organization systems are fun to work with, easy to use, and pretty, you're more likely to make a habit of maintaining them. Tip 6. Establish practices that everyone agrees upon. If you live in a household with multiple roommates or a significant other or an entire family, it doesn't really help that you would have an organization system that no one else agrees upon. I mean, they're going to mess it all up. So if you do establish some means of organizing things, make sure everyone's on the same page and everyone's cool with it. If someone resents always having to put something somewhere, it's not going to work out. So be democratic about this process, and hopefully you can all come to something that everyone agrees upon and is willing to maintain. Tip 7. Establish rules regarding what ends up coming into your household. In addition to having everyone agree upon how things are organized within a household, you have to agree upon what ends up coming in. You can have a really wonderful organized house to start, but if someone keeps buying stuff that has to go somewhere, you're not going to be able to maintain that system. Tip 8. Maximize multitaskers, minimize unitaskers. Unitaskers, of course, are objects like, an egg poacher or some specific type of weird toaster that only do one specific thing and don't do anything else. The best objects to have are objects that can be used for multiple things and save space. So get rid of all the things that only serve one purpose and try to only maintain objects that can have as many uses as possible. Tip 9. Keep your possessions to a minimum and actively purge things. It's not enough to get rid of things in one big massive purge one day, and it's not enough to try to acquire as few things as possible. Just by existing, we end up accumulating objects. So if you want to maintain an organized life, you have to constantly get rid of things that you don't need. This requires unending vigilance, but it's all just part of the process. Tip 10. Take pictures of things that you want to get rid of but have trouble getting rid of due to a sentimental attachment. One of the things that usually gets involved with active purging of unnecessary objects is that unnecessary pang of emotion you get when you see that little thing that you got at that place back in that day and you have trouble getting rid of it and it's painful. Well, it doesn't have to be. You can get rid of that object and free up your life while also maintaining that wonderful memory by simply taking a picture of it and then moving on. So that's it. Those are my top organization tips. They've made a big difference in my life, and perhaps they can make a difference for you too.